Welcome to the garden. Welcome to our early autumn tour. I'm surrounded by these flowers, but they are close to their end of life. Everything is turning yellow. The days are getting shorter and the plants are getting shorter daylight. The sun is getting low. We may say goodbye now to our summer crops, but we also have plants or crops for the winter. I'll give you a tour of the garden. Join me. And this is the bed for our Brussels sprouts and kale, winter vegetables. We'll be making kale chips at the kitchen soon. Behind me are the Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes. They're not grown for their flowers, that's just a byproduct, but for their tubers. They taste like pears. They're also called ground pears when they're eaten raw, but if you boil them, they taste like tuge, or to our viewers in the Philippines, or arrowroot. Arrowroot, yeah, arrow, sago. We call them sago in my barrio, arrowroot. By the way, Dahlia tubers are edible. First in Mexico they were planted for their tubers, for food, but their flowers are beautiful. That's why when they were brought to Europe, they were cultivated for their flowers, ornamental value. And talking about dahlias, I'll be showing you a very special variety of dahlias. I should say varieties because I've got more than one. I've got 3 here. This one is called Wine Eye. This one, I forget the name. Beautiful, look at those. Another edible tuber is the yacun. It tastes like sincamas. Let's check our remaining summer crops. Let's check Manang Grace's squash. It's really big. I hope you can remember me gather bichuelas or beans here. They're gone. I pulled them up already and I'm preparing the bed now perhaps for rucola, for salads, or greens, other greens that are suitable for winter, or just bare. Preparing for next year. This was the place for the corn. They're gone, but I left them here to cover the ground. I'll use these stalks as a ground covering. I let them here decay during the winter, cover the ground and suppress the weeds. Welcome to the grapes arch. I had success with the white grapes. I still have some here. They're sweet, really. They're not seedless. But for the red grapes, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did wrong. They're not good. Sour. Yeah. The leaves are gone now. The stalks even, but here grew my potatoes. I won't be digging up them yet. Let's wait. It might not be visible, but here is a Chayote Vine. It's still young, it did not grow. I potted it. I'll overwinter this. It will die during the winter if left outside, so I'll be bringing it indoors. I lost more ampalayas to premature ripening this year, but there are still some. There are few remaining crops here, ampalaya, etc., and some tomatoes. It's getting really cold, that's why it's time to close the window, or not the window, but the door of the polytunnel, partially, hoping that the remaining crops will mature. And I also plan to harvest the remaining ampalaya leaves. I think that's it, our short tour today. Let's go now to the shed and enjoy our solitude, our pag-ermitaño. Thank you. To conclude, I'll be showing you now the ornamentals around the shed, our remaining dahlia flowers, and our pond here. There are frogs here. And this year my lotus blossomed, and my cuttings, rose cuttings, even the cuttings, flowered. They will be replanted or repotted next year. And perhaps the last roses this year. These dahlias came late, that's why they're still good at this time of the year, but in comparison to the other neighbors, their dahlias are almost gone. That's the advantage of blooming late. You last longer. Yes, true. Something learned in life. Bloom later and you last longer. And with that, we're ending our episode today. But don't go yet, because we're passing by the cows, the baby cows, the babies of 2020. And I hope to have you again next time here, either at the garden or at the kitchen, as we bring you more of growing, cooking, and sharing here on Channel 1. Meanwhile, see you on our other videos. Dios te acompañe.